you at, brother? You know who the Israelites are, brother? You Israelite?
I'm a Gentile.
You a Gentile?
Well, I don't know if I'm in the tribe or not. I don't know if I'm part of the tribe or not.
You don't know if you're in the tribe or not? Right, so everybody else we got the so-called Mexicans, they're from the tribe.
That's right.
Now we're going to show you in the Bible who you are, brother. God doesn't come out and say Negro or damn Mexican in the Bible and all of these words created, but we have to, through the spirit of the Most High prophecy, right? We have went into the tribes to identify who they are on the earth. We're going to show you that. Read that.
Judge 10 and verse 10. And verse 1. And after Abimelech there arose to defend Israel Tola the son of Buah, the son of Dodo, a man of Issachar.
Right, a man of Issachar. Right. So it's a man that was a judge in the Bible of Issachar. Now, when you go into it, Issachar, right, are the so-called Mexicans, right? And they judged Israel. You know how high it is to judge a matter, man? Right now, when you judge, right, that's a higher state.
Right.
So the Israelites are the 12 tribes, and the so-called Mexicans are Israelites. Now, how do we know we're Israelites? I can prove that to you in the Bible. Well, let's go to Genesis. So, like, let's go to Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and 49.
Deuteronomy 28 and 49, and it reads, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
The Lord said that he will bring a nation against the so-called blacks and Hispanics from afar. Read. From the end of the earth. From the end of the earth. Now, how did the white man come to the so-called Mexicans? He came from afar on ships. This is history in the Bible. I'm going to read it again slow.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee.
The Lord's going to bring a nation against the so-called Mexicans.
From far.
From afar.
From the end of the earth.
From the end of the earth.
As swift as the eagle flyeth.
As what?
As swift as the eagle flyeth.
Now, what nation's emblem is the eagle? So we got the so-called white man, we got Spain, we got so-called Nazis, right, America, right? All of these different emblems, right, are going into the eagle, the bald eagle. Lord said, I'm going to send a nation against you from afar, as swift as the eagle flies.
Read, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
And you weren't always speaking Spanish. Right. Right? That was beat into you. You do know that, right? We wasn't always speaking English.
Right.
You call yourself Spanish. You know what that really means, right? It's Spanish. It's proper. It's like son on the end of everything was John's son. You were the son of the slave master that owned you. Hispanic, John's son, all of these different names are the property of. Right? You're not a property of another man. You're the property of the Most High. Right? You with his own blood. Right? Read.
Come. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Meaning this nation that came against the so-called Mexicans, he didn't care if he was old or young. He grabbed you up and put you in charge. What was going on in 1492? Going into 1492, right, in the slave trade. And we're going to touch on these things and go into some history. Because our people, not just so-called black people into slavery, so-called Mexicans went into slavery.
That's right.
And all of that history is found in the Bible you're going to. Give me Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 15. Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 15.
Bring a nation upon you from far.
The Lord said a nation's going to come from afar.
Read, O house of Israel.
Read,
saith the Lord, it is a mighty nation. It is an ancient nation.
A mighty nation meaning they have power. Right now, when they came up against us, they had guns, muscles, right? They had cannons. When they took us down, we didn't just have just bow and arrows, man, and swords. Right? They had ships and advanced type of weaponry. Read.
A nation whose language thou knowest not.
Which nation language we did not know. You wasn't always speaking Spanish, brother. You wasn't always classified as a Mexican. You're greater than that. Right? Read.
Neither understandest what they say.
And we didn't even understand what they say. They had to bring Hebrew interpreters on certain ships on different voyages when they went to go conquer lands. Read that. Yeah.
This is from CNN. It says, during his voyages through the Caribbean islands and the Central and Southern American coast,
And Central and Southern American coast,
Columbus came upon indigenous people.
indigenous people. Now you heard of Christopher Columbus, right? Now he sailed from afar. He took the Central and the South Americas as well as the Caribbeans. Read.
Came upon indigenous people that he labeled Indians. Columbus and his men enslaved many of these native people and treated them with extreme violence and brutality.
And he treated them with extreme violence and brutality. Let's focus on. So these are the so-called, right, Spanish. That's the true Spanish that took down us, right? Now, the Spain, right, are really white men, right? And you're not white men. You're not white women, right? So you can't be conquered by another man and named after that man. But you know that Baltimore is named after a physical person. Right. Maryland is named after a physical person.
Right.
America, right? All of these Africa, they're named after people that have conquered lands. Right? Give me that in the book of Psalms, chapter 49 and 11. So when you were conquered, you were named after the man that conquered you. So generations later, we can't call ourselves names that were conquered.
Psalms chapter 49 verse 11.
Bring it out.
And their inward thoughts is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
The Lord said they call lands after their own names. Who conquers a land and names it after themselves? The so-called white man. He does the same with nations. But you know, he conquered me and called me a nigger, called me a Negro, called me an African American, and I didn't have no say so about it. And in generational time, after years and years, that gets embedded in our minds. We actually think we're the things that he has labeled us as from slavery. So we got to come out of that mindset and come back to what God called you.
Right.
What did God call you? Let's go to Romans 11 and 1. Let's find out what God called you. Okay, you can drop it. Bring it out.
Book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
I say then, have God cast away his people?
Did the God of Israel cast away his people?
God forbid, for I also am an Israelite.
I'm a Mexican.
I also
am an Israelite.
I'm a Mexican.
I also am an
I
Israelite.
also am an Israelite.
Right.
Israelite. That's what God called y'all. That's what God called us.
Right.
Right. I also am an Israelite
Of the seed of Abraham,
of the seed of Abraham.
of the tribe of Benjamin.
Right. So you have Benjamin, you have Judah, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, all the way till you get to the mighty tribe of Issachar.
That's right.
Mighty tribe of Issachar.
That's right.
I have a mighty heritage which I can't forget about or know about. Now that y'all Israelites, what do you have to do moving forward? What does God require of the Israelites? What do you think? Have a relationship. That's good.
Spread his gospel.
Spread his gospel. But a requirement as far as an action that you have to do immediately starting right now. What do you say? Repent. That's a great answer. What is repentance? How do you repent?
Basically being born again.
That's a great answer. What are you repenting from?
Life, like a lifestyle of worldly things.
What you repenting from? Romans chapter 5 and 17. Now we're going to show you what sin is in the Bible. Now sin isn't running too fast. I'm the fastest man on earth, and everybody's mad at me. Right? Sin is going to be something predicated off of God's commandments. Let's find out.
2 Corinthians 5, verse 17.
Chapter 3 and 20.
Romans 3 and 20 and it reads, therefore, by the deeds of the law,
By the deeds of the law,
there shall no flesh be justified in his sight.
right?
For by the law is
For by the law,
is the knowledge of sin.
that's when you know you sin, is when you break God's law.
Right.
So if I ask y'all, what's 15 laws in the name?
Adultery. Thou shalt not hate. Blasphemy.
recited at 10. Did you know that? There are over 613 commandments. You know how many commandments that is? That's a lot of commandments. Right. But they're beautiful commandments.
Right.
And we love the commandments.
Right.
All praise to the Most High for the commandments because they cause us to walk to be perfect in the eyes of God. Bring that out, Kim.
2 Corinthians 5 verse 17.
Bring it out.
Therefore, if any man be in Christ,
If any man be in the Lord,
he is a new creature.
what does it mean to be new? You have to be born, you have to change, man. Being born again isn't something you do for the moment, like it's a trend. Like people wear stuff for a trend, or they follow basketball when they're younger, they get the basketball pictures, then they wake up, they want to play football. You can't change once you're born again because that old man died away. That old man is the man of sin. And then you have the man of life. Give me Romans chapter 6 and verse 16. And you have two choices. You can serve your flesh or you can serve the Most High. Bring that up.
Book of Romans, chapter 6 and 16.
Bring it out.
Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves
Whoever you yield yourself to,
servants to obey, his servants ye are to him.
right, whatever you choose to serve, the Lord is saying that's who's going to be your slave master. Now, a lot of people, they serve sex. And whatever they want, they dive right into that. A lot of people, they serve murder and gang violence. A lot of people, they serve hatred amongst their own people. You got to figure out who you serve. Because if you're not keeping these commandments, you're not serving God.
Right.
Let's get that in 1 John chapter 2. Right in verse 3.
First John 2 and 3. And hereby we do know that we know him.
Now, everybody on earth thinks they know God. Have a relationship with God, have a personal relationship. You know, I love God, I pray. But let's figure out how you truly know God.
If we keep his commandments,
Right?
he that saith I know him,
He that saith he knows the Most High
and keep not his
and
commandments,
don't keep these commandments
is a liar.
is a what?
Is a liar.
Let the God look at you as
Is a liar.
God. So like your God may look at you as a liar if you're not keeping these commandments. So don't leave here and say I got the word for a second, turn right back into that old man and not change it to a new creature.
Right.
The Lord said he'll look at you as a liar and what?
And the truth is not in him.
So if I were to ask everybody up this harbor to name 11 commandments, 9 times out of 10 they can't name it. But everybody would seemingly say they know the Most High. And in the Lord's eyes, he'll look at them all as liars. Because you have a physical mother and father, right? You know what they like. You know your mom, they like cake, and your father likes, I don't know, cookies, and they like to eat roast. Your mother likes chicken, and your mother likes to wear gowns, or whatever the case may be, and snuggle with that Pacific blanket. You know all the attributes of your mother, but nobody knows anything about the Most High.
Teach,
But you know the Most High is a favorite color, a favorite people, a favorite animal, a favorite fowl. The Most High has favorites, just like we have favorites.
Right.
Right? You may say, well, my favorite TV show is Martin. My favorite TV show is Sanford and Son. And the Most High has a favorite pool, so like your favorite river.
Right.
Right? He has a favorite land.
Right.
The Most High has favorites. And we have to dive into this word to know what pleases the Most High. Go to Baruch chapter 4 and verse number 3. And give me that in the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 5.
Baruch chapter 4 verse 3.
Bring it out.
Give not thy honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
Read.
O Israel, happy are we
Happy is Israel.
for things that are pleasing to God,
Things that are pleasing to God, meaning these statues,
are made known unto us.
are made known unto us. So as we read, these things are going to be made known unto you, and you have to keep these commandments. Bring that up.
2 Ezra 5 and 24.
Bring it out.
And of all the lands of the whole world,
Out of all of the lands of the world, what do you think the Lord's favorite land is? So what? Israel. That's good. It's more Pacific. Read.
thou hast chosen thee one pit, and of all the flowers,
Right, which is Jerusalem. Out of Israel, the chief place where the Lord set his throne is Israel and Jerusalem. That's right, brother. Read.
and of all the flowers thereof,
What about all of the flowers? What do you think the Most High's favorite flower is? Right, read.
one lily,
Lily is the Most High's favorite flower. Read.
and of all the depths of the sea,
Out of all of the depths of all of the seas, the Aegean Sea, the North Atlantic Sea, all of the different seas, the Black Sea, all of these different seas,
thou hast filled thee one river,
this is the Jordan River. That's the favorite river of the Most High. The Jordan River. Read.
and of all builded cities,
And the Jordan River is in Israel. From Galilee all the way down till you get to the Dead Sea It comes all the way from Galilee, all the way down to Judea. Read.
And of all builded cities, thou hast hallowed Zion
Thou
unto
hast
thyself.
hallowed Zion. Zion is Israel, the capital of Israel. Read.
And of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove.
Out of all the birds, the Lord's favorite is the dove. It's not the pigeon, right? It's not the stork, right? It's the dove. Read.
Right. And of all the cattle that are made, thou hast provided thee one sheep.
So the sheep is the Lord's favorite animal. It's meek, it's quiet, it follows the shepherd. That's the Lord's favorite animal. Let's find out about his people. Read.
And among all the multitudes of people,
Out of all the people on earth, who's the Lord's favorite people? His children. Who are his children?
So I come in peace. God's people are he who follows him. The people of no. The Jewish people are the Hebrews. Jacob is the lineage that comes down. No, I'm speaking from the Bible. That's what I'm talking about.
Chapter 9 and verse number 6. Find out who's God's favorite people are.
God, who it is. You have a relationship with God. You can ask God yourself.
Taking none effect. But they are not all Israel.
They are what?
They are not all Israel. Which are of Israel.
Read.
Neither because they are the seed of Abraham.
Either because of the
Are they all the children? But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Read.
you know,
Chapter 9 and verse 7.
it's the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 7.
Bring it up.
Neither because they are the seed of Abraham,
Neither because you come out of Abraham.
are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Read.
That is, they which are the children of the flesh.
The Lord said you have children of the flesh. Let's see what the Lord sees about the children of the flesh. Read.
These are not the children of God.
No, everybody's a child of God.
These are not the children of God.
Don't you know that that's in the Holy Bible, in the New Testament?
Right.
That everybody's not the child of God.
Right.
So how can everybody be the child of God if the children of Him only come from Israel?
Right.
They're the children of God.
Right.
So out of all the people on earth, the Lord has chosen the Israelites.
Right.
He has chosen you.
Right.
Right, let's get Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. And we'll do some last.
Deuteronomy 7 verse 6.
Bring it out.
But thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
But thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee
He's chosen you, brother,
to be a special people unto himself,
to be special unto Himself. Read.
above all people.
No, it's offending everybody.
Above all people.
Don't say that too loud.
Above all
The
people.
Lord said that the so-called blacks and Hispanics are better than all people.
That's right.
Y'all believe that? You don't sound too sure, man. Let's read it again, man.
Deuteronomy 7 verse 6.
Read out.
But thou art an holy people.
And we're reading from the Holy Bible, man.
That's right.
In case you didn't know.
Right.
We didn't make it this up, man. We're coming out of the scriptures. Read.
But thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord
Hey,
thy
look at that, man. What does so-called white man start wearing dunks? Right, glasses and shades and popping his collar.
Right.
And trying to walk like a so-called black man. Right, read that.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee
The Lord has chosen us.
to be a special people
Read.
unto himself above all people.
That's not in the Bible.
Above all people.
You're offending the nation.
Above all people.
Now, above all people, what does that mean? In every aspect, we're above every other nation, man.
Right.
Now, the so-called Mexicans, what do y'all excel in? You said working. Who can outwork us? Who can outwork the so-called Mexicans? Man? Nobody, man.
Right.
Like they get off and get right back on the clock.
Right.
They fall asleep in the locker at work, right? And they come right, pop right back out that locker, man, and get popped right back into that clock, man.
Right.
Right? See that? That's how it go, man. Kind of live at the job, man.
Right.
Got a pillow under the table, man. Right? So nevertheless, they work hard. But other than physically working, what else do they do? What sports do y'all play? Who's better in soccer than so-called Mexicans?
Right.
Boxing. Baseball. We can go all day and all night.
Right.
Now who's better? The so-called white man better than y'all boxing? Soccer. Don't sound too sure, man. Not at all, man.
Right.
Right? Who could cook like the so-called Mexicans, right? Y'all got about 19 different seasons.
Right. That's a zone.
You said what?
That's a zone. They know what that is.
Y'all know what the SSO is? What's that? Condiments, yeah. All praise, man. So we excel in everything and every attribute, man. We're better than all the nations of people.
Right.
But what makes us better on a spiritual level and a physical level is that we're God's chosen people. That's
right.
above everything. Everything carnal, we're just excelling in them physically, but spiritually we're better than them. Now, out of these commandments, if I give y'all 7 commandments, are y'all going to keep them? That's the word. You gotta keep the commandments. Let's get Romans 6 and 23 before you go to 7 commandments before y'all leave.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 6 and verse 23. Read out. Romans 6 and verse 23.
Y'all remember what sin is? Sin is when you break what? The laws of God. Right.
For the wages of sin is death.
What happens if you don't want to keep the commandments?
For the wages of sin is death.
So if you don't keep these commandments, sister and brother, the wages of not keeping them is going to be death. We don't want y'all to die. That seems like very intelligent people. Anybody hear the words of God is mighty in the spirit.
Right.
I understand who you are. Right? Now we're going to go through some commandments. Let's go to 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 7.
1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 7.
Right out.
Whereunto I am ordained a preacher.
Yeah.
1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 9.
Right.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
What does it mean for a woman to have modest apparel? To be covered, exactly. So from head to toe, a woman should be covered. Right? She shouldn't have her legs out. Right? She shouldn't have her arms out. I mean, all of this showing and her chest area, anything like that. Everything's supposed to be fully to her husband. Right? Read.
With shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair or gold apparel or costly array,
Right?
but which becometh women professing godliness with good works.
Good works. So women are supposed to be clothed up with good works. Cooking, cleaning, tending to the kids, respecting your husband, or being shamefaced, meaning not beholding all of the men, but just your husband. These are attributes that the Lord requires that the woman should follow. Can you keep that commandment? All right, well, let's find out.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
What pertains unto a man that women wear?
Right.
Because women are supposed to wear dresses and skirts, and it's supposed to be covered, right, all of their body from head to toe. Right, a lot of these different nations, like Arabs and all of these different things, their women are clothed up. East Indian women are clothed up. Chinese women are clothed up. Our women are the only ones that have their bodies all out for everybody to look at. And we got to take heed to the commandments of God. You know what? All of my body is sacred to the Most High, my husband. I can't let anybody see. I can't suffer my fellow brother to lust after me and/or to look at me in a sexual type of way, in a lustful type of way. Right? You know?
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So if we all had dresses on, would y'all take us serious? No. So how do you think the Most High may look at women walking around with fitted caps, baggy jeans, right? Like Aaliyah in the 90s, man. Right? You can't walk around like that. A woman has to have that womanly spirit on her, that feminine. So are you going to be able to keep that commandment system? All praise.
All praise.
All right, now as far as what to eat, brothers, we went over the shrimp, crab, and lobster, the pork and different animals not to eat and to eat. All right, let's go to Leviticus.
Leviticus 11 and 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you.
Right, read it again louder, kid.
And the swine, though he divide the hoof
And the
be
swine,
cloven-footed,
though he divided the hoof. Now, you know what swine is? Swine is what you call pork. swine is what you call the pork. Right? Now the Lord said, though he have attributes of a clean animal,
read, and be cloven footed, yet he choose not to cut, he is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat.
So swine is the pork. Hey, Salakia brothers, Salakia brothers. Salakia. Right, read it again.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat.
Of their flesh you cannot eat the pork. Do y'all eat pork?
Are they God's chosen people?
Do y'all eat pork?
Are they God's chosen people? Answer the question. Hey, answer the question. Are they God's chosen people?
According to the Bible,
Are they God's chosen people?
Their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you.
Right, they're unclean to you. Right? So according to the Bible, if you eat pork, it'll be unclean to you.
Right.
Right, read on.
Come, these shall ye eat of all that in the waters. Whatsoever has fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
Right, them shall you eat. Meaning out of all of the rivers, out of waters and everything, you have to have fins and you have to have scales to be able to eat. Now what comes out of it that doesn't have fins and scales?
Don't preach a doctrine that is contrary to the Bible. Preach what is scriptural. Preach what is scriptural. And context. Don't take the scripture out of context. Preach the doctrine.
You see how the chief riles up all of these demons and
Right.
Since y'all came up here, everybody trying to take away the word. Everybody trying to take away the word. Because the word is being sown in y'all heart. And Satan don't like that.
Satan don't like that.
Satan hates when the word of God comes out. Read that.
These shall eat of all that in the waters. Whatsoever has fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
Whatever has fins and scales, that's the only thing you can eat out of those rivers. So octopus, crabs, lobsters, y'all can't eat that no more.
Right.
Those things they feed at the bottom and they eat the feces out of the bottom of the ocean. Y'all eat shrimp? Lobster? Crabs? Now after hearing God's words, are you going to keep this commandment? Because a lot of our people, they say, you know what, it's too hard. I love shrimp so much. I love food in this world so much that I can't keep God's commandments. Right. What are y'all going to do? All
Right.
All praise.
Keep these commandments. You're commanded to keep these commandments.
Right.
Right, so those are the second commandment. We're going to give you another. Give me the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 16. Now, are y'all married or are y'all just dating?
Exodus 22 verse 16.
Look it up.
And if a man entice a maid
If a man spit game to a woman,
that is not betrothed,
meaning she don't belong to another man,
and lie with her,
and lie down with her,
he shall surely,
he shall what?
He shall surely.
It's maybe.
He shall surely.
He shall surely,
endow her to be his wife.
meaning if you don't have intentions of marrying, the Most High said you cannot make whores out of our daughters.
Right.
Right? The daughters are very sacred. Now, if every man was bouncing around to woman, it's like all of the woman will be defiled. Right. And when you're ready to marry, your woman is 20, 30, 40, 50, right? Your womb all destroyed. You can't have children. Right? She's defiled.
Right.
Right? And she's mixed up in the mix, man. So you want to have your woman to be just for you and only you. So if you lie with your woman, according to the Bible, you have to make her your wife. Now, how does that sit in with y'all right now?
It's already in my plans. It's already in the plans for the near future.
Yeah, but a plan and immediate is two different things.
Yeah.
The Lord isn't with a plan. His plans get altered.
No, the plans are to get married.
That's good, brother. All praise to the Most High, y'all plan to get married. But you have to understand the words of God. The words of God are saying, if you lie down with her, after right now and you leave, you have to make her your wife. If you don't, you're in sin.
Right.
Sin brings forth death.
Right.
So you got to really say, well, you know what? Sit her down. I don't know how long y'all been talking. Yo, we got to get serious, man.
Right.
We got the words of God today.
Right.
We found out we the Israelites.
That's right.
We about to start keeping these commandments.
Right.
Take it to the next step. And then y'all lay down. right? After understanding the words of God was commanded, and you live like a man of God, brother.
Right,
You don't
right.
live like a damn Latino and Mexican of this world. Because all they do is what they want to do. Right? They pimp women out and they go from woman to woman and they cheat on their women. They abuse them. Real men take care of their women.
Right.
They treat them with respect and love.
Right.
And I know that's what you want, because any man that wants to marry his wife, that's a good thing. Marry his woman, that's a good thing, man. So let's clap it up for the brothers. So, man. Now after hearing that, how do you feel about his intentions? So this is a commandment y'all gonna surely keep, because surely you'll be in sin if you don't. All praise to the Most High. Alright, let's get the numbers.
Numbers 15 and 38. It reads, speak into the children of
Who
Israel.
are the children of Israel? Who are the children of Israel? If you can point out the children of Israel, us, exactly.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Now, when you look around, all of the mighty brothers have fringes on their garments. Now, these are fringes. This is a physical reminder that we have to all keep the commandments. Our children, right, even the women back there, which are clothed up, that have dresses on back there, right, they have on fringes. So we're commanded to wear fringes. A fringe is a constant reminder that we have to keep God's commandments. Read.
In the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
Right, meaning forever. Read.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe,
Read a little louder, King.
that ye may look upon it,
Right?
and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them.
So it's a constant reminder that you may look upon the fringes and keep the commandments and do them. So the fringes aren't just for fashion. It's, you know what? We about to go out and go to Crab Daddies or whatever case, but oh no, we can't do that, man. You look down at your fringes.
Right.
You know what? We about to go through God knows what of this world. You look down at the fringes and say, look, we can't do that, man. Look, brother want to fight me and be carnal. I can't do that. I'm a man of God. I have intentions that I have to keep the commandments all the days of my life.
Right.
So what are the fringes for? To keep the what? To remember the what? Remember the commandments.
Right.
So look upon them and to do them. Right? Now another commandment that we have to keep and always remember. Let's go to the mighty book of Leviticus. Right, chapter 19 and verse number 17.
Leviticus 19 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. You got any beef, brother? No beef. What about you, sister? No beef. All praise to the Most High. Y'all don't have any hatred deep down within you for any family members, your father, your mother, nobody. That's good. Because you can't keep grudges and hatred according to the Bible.
Right.
Right? Because you will actually be hating the Most High. Because when you look at your brother, you're supposed to see the Most High. You're supposed to see the Most High in you. And that light in you. You're supposed to show you love. Right? Read that again.
Leviticus 19:17.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Right?
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
The Lord said you also shall rebuke your neighbor. You know what rebuking means? To get on you. Right now, you see your wife going off and committing sin, you gotta get her. If you see him committing a sin, you gotta sit him down. Hey, baby, you know what? You going off, man. You pour the precept in wisdom with a nice voice and come in order, and you let him know that you're transgressing the laws of God. So you have to rebuke your neighbor. You can't see somebody lighting up a flat blunt and not say anything.
Right.
Do y'all smoke? Not at all? Y'all get drunk? Well, that's good. All praise. Read that.
And not suffer sin upon him.
Right?
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Right?
But thou shalt love thy neighbor.
Thou shalt what?
But
Thou shalt love thy neighbor.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as what?
as thyself.
As thyself. And you would never want to cut yourself or harm yourself or hang yourself, beat up yourself or do anything evil to yourself. You gotta love your neighbor as you do yourself.
Right.
And people love themselves, man. They have pamper days. The women, they get their nails done. They get a big cushion behind. They sitting down. They put their feet.
Right.
Had the mug. All the Chinese ladies going like that. They be nice to themselves, man. The same way you gotta be nice to that brother and that sister. Right? Give me the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 12. That's a very important thing. Give me Matthew 22 and 36.
Matthew 7 and 12. Therefore, all things whatsoever ye would do, so like it that ye would that men should do to you.
Whatever you want somebody to do unto you,
do you even so to them.
Right, meaning don't be mean or push or slap and fight and cuss if you don't want that done to you. So it should be a reflection of how you treat your brother and how you treat yourself in the Most High. Right, read.
For this is the law and the prophets.
That's the law and the prophets. Bring that up.
Matthew chapter 22 and 36. Master, which is the great commandment?
What's the greatest commandment? What's the great commandment that the Lord is going to give us?
In the law. And Yahweh said unto him, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
You got to love the Lord and fear God. Right, read on.
And with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Right.
On these two commandments hang all the law.
Meaning what? If you love your brother, you're not going to commit adultery with his wife. You love your brother, you're not going to steal from your brother. You're not going to commit murder from your brother.
Teach,
You're not going to take and steal and render twice told and go to hell off, right? And have mission towards your brother. You're not going to tell bearer. Do any manner of evil to your brother if you love your brother. If you love the Most High, every other law that we did not name that falls unto your brother,
Africa is the beginning and the end, not Israel.
These two
Africa.
commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
all the law. Give me the book of Exodus chapter 11 verse 7.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know that how the Lord doth put a difference
The Lord puts a difference,
between the Egyptians and Israel.
meaning all the other nations and chiefly the Egyptians and the Africans, the Lord severed. Everybody's not come out of the African man.
Right.
That's the biggest lie ever told in the world. Man. One of the biggest lies, right? I would want to kill myself if I came out of an African man.
Right.
What honor would I have to come from amongst an African man?
Right.
Right, we come from gods, man, kings, man. Right, Adam, Elijah, Daniel, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. These are the men we come out of, which are Israelites. Right, so we're going to give y'all 3 more out of the commandments. Right, now, according to the Bible, right, there's your beard growing, brother? All right, not yet? You about 19?
23. 22.
22, yeah, okay. Well, your beard might still grow in. We're going to give you this commandment. Just in case overnight you wake up and sprouts start coming out.
Right.
Right, just bring that up.
Leviticus chapter 19 verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your head,
Right?
neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
So if you notice, all of the brothers that can grow beards, they grow them up. You can't shave off your beard. So every brother that can grow a beard, he's growing it out, man. And everybody that can't, they growing what they can through the spirit, man.
Right.
And it's not a sin not to have a beard, but if you're growing it and it's coming out, and you gotta let that thing come out. That's
right.
Right, you gotta pick it and oil it, right, and make sure that you're taking care that it has that increase. Right, you know?
Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead,
Right?
nor print any marks upon you.
What does it mean when you print marks upon you? Tattoo. Now we got this in the world. Now y'all may have tattoos, but you did it before you got the knowledge of truth. The knowledge of truth that the Lord has given you is that you cannot ink up and mar up your body. Don't you know that the body is a temple of God? Now if you marring up and tattooing up your body, you're breaking and beating up God's temple. Now would you go to a physical church and beat up God's temple? Take a bat and start beating the pillars in? Take all of the hymn books and start going like this over the pews? Right? They would look at you as a demon, man. Now how much more when you're doing that to your body? You're taking pills, weed, drunk, right? Shots, and everybody just screaming shots, right? You can't even walk straight. I don't think I should be doing this. Right, you're defiling your temple every single time you drink excessively, right? If you're not in your right mind and you can't give a precept and or know the law of God and keep judgment, you're drunk, man. You're out of the way. And you have no understanding to refrain your mind from sin. Right? The Lord has commanded us to keep a clear temple, a clear mind, and not to defile our skin nor anything upon us. But excessive things that beat up your body we can't do. Now y'all gonna keep that commandment? No more tattoos? At all. So with all these commandments, just name 3 that we gave. Out of all the commandments we just read, just name 3 that we gave. No pork. tree.
Yeah. So what?
Out of the commandments, right?
Yeah, commandments.
Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
What about the woman's commandments you're going to enforce until your wife becomes right? Lord willing. Right? But I'm talking about what commandments are you going to enforce when your wife become that she should keep that we read? Yeah. What about? Exactly. Modest clothing, fringes, covered up, modesty. Right? All of these are commandments. Right? But bring that up. We're going to show you how to repent before you leave. Bring that up.
Psalm 32 verse 5.
Salaki. What's the Most High's name? Jesus. Think so? Look up on your phone where the letter J was invented. That's out of the English vocabulary. English is a newly created language. There are older ancient tongues, right, that date back thousands of years before English was even coming about. Yahweh. Right? But the ancient, bring it up.
This is when the letter J was invented. It says, until the year 1524,
Until the year 1524,
there was no letter J in the alphabet.
there was no letter J in the alphabet. Until 15 what?
1524.
1524. Did y'all know that? Certain vowel sounds were newly created into this language that we call English. So what is our language? Because we don't come out of the English man, the English white man. What is our language? Our language is the Hebrew. You do that?
Yeah, I said Hebrew.
All praise to the Most High. We the Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
Right? And that language that the Most High gave us is our heritage.
Right.
Right? Now the Most High's name, I'm going to try to say Yahweh. Yahweh. Can you say that? Yahweh. And the son's name is Yahweh. Can I say that? Yahweh. Yahweh and Yahweh. Give me the book of Isaiah. Right, chapter 12, verse 2.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 12 and verse 2. Bring it out. Behold, the Most High is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For the Lord Yahweh.
For the what?
For the Lord Yahweh.
The Most High's name is Yahweh, meaning He is. He exists. Read.
Is my strength and my song. He also is become my salvation.
Right, and Yahweh Shah's name, we understand, is what the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Now, does the Lord look like this? How does the Lord look according to the Bible? God makes you look like this. Let's get Revelation chapter 1 and 13.
Revelation 1 and 13, and it reads, and in the midst of the seven candlesticks,
In the midst of the seven churches,
one like unto the Son of Man,
right?
clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the
So he got
path,
a garment down to the foot, right?
and girt,
Get us a break on read it again from the top.
and in the midst of the seven
In
candlesticks,
the midst of the seven churches.
one like unto the Son of Man,
Now the Son of Man is a title what they call Jesus Christ.
clothed with a garment down to the foot,
So they seemingly try to have him on with a garment all the time, right?
and
But
girt,
the Lord had a garment all the way down to the foot, right? He didn't wear the clothes that we wear today. So when you look right here, these are how fathers used to dress in ancient garments.
Right.
Right, read on.
and girt about the paps with the golden girdle.
Read.
His head and his hairs
His head and his hairs
were white like wool.
were white like wool. Who has woolly hair? Sheep. But what people? We do.
Right.
So-called. Now according to the Bible, the Lord has woolly hair. Right, read.
As white as snow,
And he don't have woolly hair. And it's not white as snow. Read.
and his eyes were as a flame of fire,
Right?
and his feet
Now the feet going into his skin complexion.
like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? Like a penny. What color is brass? Like a penny. Bronze, like bronze. Right? Read.
As if with
Dark was the Lord.
as if they burned in a furnace.
So the Lord was so dark it looked like he got burnt in a furnace.
Right.
So according to the Bible, is this Jesus Christ? Who would this be? The white man, that would be a deceiver.
Right.
A liar. A false image that a lot of our people bow down to, that they believe into, man. We got to come out of idolatry and witchcraft. This witchcraft in this world is sorcery. Give me the book of Revelation chapter 18 and verse 23. These things were rated simple. Now a lot of people, they look at this image and they see hope, salvation, God. This was given to us in slavery, man, and forced down our throats. They had the Negro Bible in case brothers didn't know. And they forced and falsely took away certain pages out of the Bible of hope and salvation. Bring that up.
Revelation 18 and 23.
We can know.
And the light of the candle shall shine no more at all in thee.
The Lord said in America, the light that's in it is not going to shine no more in it. Read.
And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more.
Meaning all of the dancing and mirth of this land is going to be shut down in America. Read.
At all in thee. For thy merchants were great men of the earth.
Right?
For by their sorcery.
For by what?
For by their sorcery.
What happened in America?
For by their sorcery.
This is in Revelation, the last book of the Bible. For by thy sorceries were what?
Were all nations deceived.
We were deceived by sorcery. Did somebody come in your house and strangle you up and make you believe that wearing a suit is successful? Or did by sorcery, by manipulation from the time you were born to the time you were old, wearing a suit is dressing nice? Shaving off your beard is being comely and delicate and nice in the office and not being authoritative and looking aggressive. We've been deceived by sorcery, man. All the things that they tell you is hope, salvation, life, love, and godly is really wicked and deceitful, man.
Right.
According to the Bible, this is the devil, man.
Right.
A devil is a deceiver.
Right.
An adversary. Right, go to the mighty book, right, of Psalms chapter 10 and verse number 11. That's it on that?
The book of Psalms, chapter 10 and verse 11.
We can know.
Start at 9.
Verse 9. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den.
Right, who lies in wait in the earth secretly as a lion in his den? Read.
He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones.
That the poor may fall by his strong ones. We're the poor of the earth. And we get deceived every single day by everything of this world. We got to come out of that, man. Right? So, you know what we do to false idols up here? Take a wild guess. You said, what, brother? There you go, brother. That's kind of how this thing started off. That's what we do to false idols up here, man. We step on false idols. Do you believe this is a false idol, or do you believe that's your God? Step on it, brother. There you go, sir. You didn't even hear the precept yet.
Right.
You didn't even hear the precept.
Right.
False idols and false ideologies get stomped out of
Right.
Right. Now, if you mentally think this is your God, brother, you're going to step on it. But the first way to break a chain and to be set free, give you the book of John, chapter 8 and verse 32. You got to be set free from these lies, brother.
The book of John, chapter 8 and 32. And you shall know the truth.
And you should be lied to.
And you shall know the truth.
This is his God.
And you shall know the truth.
And you're going to know what we're reading as the truth according to the Bible. And what?
And the truth shall make you free.
Are you going to be free, brother? If you're going to be free, it has to start today with casting away idols and imagery.
Right.
So what does your God look like? Human form, but what kind of human? If you walk the earth today, what race are you? What race are you? Be a so-called black man.
Right.
Jesus Christ is a so-called black man. He's an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
Now Judah is a so-called African American. Now, everybody up here want to see you break that mental chain.
Right.
Right.
Either punch or step on this lie
Come on,
that's
brother.
embedded in your head, brother.
Come on, brother.
Now there's them rosaries and putting them in your mirror, right? You kiss the little thing, Mother Mary, as you drive to work. You got to come out of that, man. So what you gonna do, brother?
Step on it, brother. Come on, brother. Step on it.
Come on, brother.
If it's just a picture, step on it.
Right.
It's a picture.
Just a picture, brother. Because I'm sure you ain't had no problem stepping on this side. Don't got nothing on it, brother. But that is like it's a spirit on it.
Right.
It's something causing you. I'm sure if we told you to step on this, you would have no problem. Okay. It's just a white board. But now that we flip it, it seems like it got some power over you. Like go to the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15, and verse number 5. Seems like some type of that's that sorcery you just read about, brother. Whether you understand it or not, you're confused by all the things that you've learned over these years. It's weighing on you. Bring that up.
Wisdom of Solomon, 15 and verse 5.
There you go.
The sight whereof enticeth fools.
The sight thereof entices a damn fool, man. Because everything that people look at and they paint and they start to praise and worship entices fools. Read.
To lust after it. And so they desire the form of a dead image.
Of a what?
Of a dead image.
What did Caesar boy say?
Of a dead image.
They desire the form of a dead image. Right. Do y'all desire the form of a dead image? We're reading out of the Bible. The Lord's giving you this wisdom. All we are is reading and breaking down what is stated in the Bible. The Lord is speaking directly to you, telling you not to desire a dead image. Read.
That hath no breath.
This has no breath. This can't say, worship me, bow down unto me. Right. The living God we serve is an invisible God.
Right.
The Most High God. You understand? That shews himself right through his service to prophets and the words of God and prophecy. Read.
God. That have no breath, both they that make them, they that desire them, and they that worship them are lovers of evil things.
Are what?
Are lovers of evil things.
If you desire these images, you're lovers of evil things. Read.
And are worthy to have such things to trust upon. For the potter, tempering soft earth, fashioneth every vessel, with much labor for our service. Yea, of the same clay, he maketh both the vessels that serve for clean uses, and likewise also all such as serve the contrary.
Right, so you have clean uses of things that the Lord created, right? You have unclean things that the Lord is saying that are created. Right, you have something that maybe people may idol worship or whatever that was created for clean use. But then you have other things painted, right, by Leonardo da Vinci, which is Caesar Borgia. This is an actual man. Did you know that? This is an actual man in history. Caesar Borgia. You can pull it up on your phone. This man actually lived. Right. And you can pull up history. The Borgia family. Right, the son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome. This is exactly who this is. This is the son of Alexander VI. He was painted by Leonardo da Vinci. Y'all ever heard of him? So this man actually existed and he walked the earth. Right. This man was not around 2,000, 3,000 years ago. This man is nothing more than a false image painted to deceive you, brother. Right. And once again, we step on false images.
Right.
And break those chains. Right, so
Come on, brother. Step on it, brother. Come on, brother.
Come on, brother.
Come on, brother. Step on it. Come on, brother. I know it's a false idol.
You say you know it's a false idol?
Let's step on it.
Let's see what the Lord tell you to do with false idols. Deuteronomy chapter 12 and verse number 3. Deuteronomy chapter 12 and verse 3.
Deuteronomy chapter 12 and 3. And ye shall overthrow their altars.
And you shall what?
And ye shall overthrow their altars.
The Lord said if you see an idol, you're supposed to overthrow an altar. Meaning take it physically and rip it up and get rid of it. Read.
And break their pillars.
And break their pillars. Read.
And burn their grooves with fire.
And burn those things with fire.
Right.
I mean, if you see an image of a cross and a Saint Mary and something, you're really supposed to set them on fire. It's not even supposed to exist anymore.
Right.
And we only have this up here for edification's sake. Or else we would have been burnt out with fire.
Right.
Bring that up.
Baruch chapter 4 and verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from God. For thine enemy hath persecuted thee. But shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and shalt tread upon his neck.
And shall do what?
And shall tread upon his neck.
Shall do what?
And shall tread upon his neck.
The Lord said all enemies, we're supposed to tread upon their necks, man. Right? And all of our enemies are all of these other nations that did all of these things to us. Right? Bring up your precept, King.
Deuteronomy 7 verse 5.
Get out.
But thus shall you deal with them. You shall destroy their altars and break down their images and cut down their groves.
The Lord said in the law. Now we read a precept after precept after precept and after precept. Remember the first thing we were starting off with, knowing what the Lord loves and what the Lord hates? The Lord doesn't like men and women to know that they're idols and not stomp them out, man. That's
Right.
the Bible, man. And burn them with fire. Right, read that again.
But thus shall you deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars
The Lord said, thus shall you deal with all of these images. Right?
and break down their images and cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire.
And burn their graven images with fire. Bring it up.
Isaiah 26:6. The foot shall tread it down.
The foot shall tread it down,
Even the feet of the poor and the steps of the needy.
That's plain, man. So I mean, if you don't want to, you don't have to. But we gonna keep the commandments up here.
Right,
We see a false idol and a false image, we gonna step on it, man.
Right.
We gonna tell the truth. But
Right.
the Lord loves men that keep the truth and men that respect His words.
Right.
Out of all of the commandments that we kept, Most High willing you continue to keep them. And before you leave, you remember the Most High's name. We're gonna write it down for you. Right? The Most High's name and His Son's name. You remember His name, brother? Yahweh. And His Son's name is what? There you go, sis, for all praises. We have to keep the commandments as the Israelites. Right? We're gonna give y'all a flyer before we leave. The Most High's name on it. Our side, our king. So if the spirit hop on you to stomp that out, we ain't gonna be mad.
Right.
Come on, brother. Come on, man. We trying to church. Come on, brother.
We ain't gonna be mad at all. You said what?
Right.
That beard grow up.
Right.
Step on that.
Step on the picture.
All right, brother, writing it down for you right now. Got you. So give me the book of Psalms. Chapter 35. Matter of fact, give me the classic of Matthew. We're gonna give y'all one more before y'all leave.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life?
So this is the end all be all. How do y'all get the kingdom of heaven?
Read. And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is the Most High. But if thou wilt enter into life,
But if you want to enter into everlasting life,
keep the commandments.
do what?
Keep the
What they
commandments.
gotta do?
Keep the
They
commandments.
gotta keep the commandments. Right. All right. So out of all the commandments, Lord, when y'all keep them, take that flyer. All the YouTube information is on there, and y'all be safe on it. Give me the book of Proverbs 11:30. Give me the book of Isaiah chapter 42. And you know what I'm doing.
Book of
And that's what we
Proverbs.
came out here for, man. Right. We came out here to seal the hopeful elect. And everybody didn't break that chain the first day too, man. Right? So I mean, we all took time to break certain things that are traps in our life, man. Whether it be weed, whether it be women, whether it be idolatry, right? Whether it be fun and lust of this world and the cares thereof, man. We all had to break that chain and had to strive for perfection each and every day. That's where prayer comes in, man. We have to pray for these people we teach out here, that the Most High may preserve them and help them and bring them into this truth. Bring that up, King.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 30. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he that winneth souls is wise.
That's our whole thing out here, man, to win souls, right? And to win souls for the Most High. Right, bring that up.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 13.
Read it out.
The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, war. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holding my peace.
What the Lord say?
I have long time holding my peace.
We all shall say.
I have long time holding my peace.
Read.
I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once.
Form your shoulder.
Form your shoulder.
Form your shoulder.
Form your shoulder.